Hi everyone, it's Kim Reinecke again, and this is my video this week. I think my second one, and I'm gonna try and give you a little more of how my life is and what adjustments I have to make because I have essential tremors. My hospital visit was futile. I don't know when I have ever been to an ER, and this was the only my second time via ambulance, and instead of being taken straight to a treatment room because of the fact that I have essential tremors, and although I could not move my body even to roll over in the bed from the chest down. Hence the reason for calling the ambulance. They took me to the triage room, which is located in the waiting area of the ER or the lobby. I then had a nurse, and please, anybody in the medical field, I know the BS that you have to go through and see. That is one of the reasons I always try not to ask for anything unless I absolutely need it when I am at the doctor's office or hospital or urgent care and being treated. I actually worked at this hospital about 25 years ago. Actually, more like 28 years ago. And I know what the staff goes through. But this and the last few visits that I have had to make to this ER over the last 2 to 3 years, I have been not treated the way or given treatment the way that I should have been. And I never complained until now. I was then, when the nurse triaged me, as I was still on the gurney from the ambulance, because I could not even sit up. I then had a PA, or physician's assistant, come in, and I felt as though when I was speaking to him and letting him know what had occurred, there was no empathy, sympathy, nor was there any type of basically giving a shit that I was in this position. I felt as though he felt like I was wasting his time. The only thing they did was put me in a room. I was there for probably 4 hours. They gave me my medication that I normally take. I they never contacted or tried to contact my primary care or neurologist to let them know what my current state was, and to see if there was another medication that could be given, such as a muscle relaxer or anti-fast acting, anti-anxiety, anti-seizure medication. They basically gave me my meds, waited a few hours for my body to calm down enough to be released, since I was considered a non-emergent patient. So I will now have a bill for a couple of $1,000 just to be driven to the hospital via ambulance and given my own medication. The reason I did not just have my neighbor or the EMT give me my medication is because this type of reaction my body had, because I basically lost control of my own body from the chest down, like a seizure. And that was not normal. My neighbor, who I had to call, thought it would be best, and so did I, for them to take me to the hospital and have me at least examined. They never ran any tests. I only saw the PA the entire time, which was twice. Once during triage, and once when he came in to discharge me. I was never seen by an MD. They never even thought about contacting my physician, who, by the way, controls or has prescribed all of my meds and has treated me since my diagnosis. So, lesson learned: if you live in a smaller town, don't ever call the ER, even if you're having chest pains, which that happened 2 years ago to me, and it took them 2 hours to put me in a treatment room. And then I had to wait again 2 hours to get results from my tests. No meds were ever given to me then either. And my doctor was never called then either. So, nice, lovely chest pains for several hours, which I could have been having a massive heart attack and died on that bed. I had to finally ask for something for the chest pain right before they took me to my room after they admitted me. Not an aspirin, not nitroglycerin, nothing was given to me. And I was treated so non-emergent and nonchalantly the entire time until I got to the cardiac unit and was admitted. So, again, if you live in a small town, unless you know or work in the hospital, you know somebody that works there, don't go there. Go to the next county. This was Carteret General Hospital. And I am saying all of this to prevent not someone going through tremors and losing control of the lower half of your body, which that could have been a more serious condition, but it was not. Just don't go. Go to the next county over if you can. Or go to that hospital if you are not happy with your treatment. Ask to be transferred to the next county hospital, because no one deserves to be treated like they don't matter and their illness does not matter. And again, my brother-in-law is a PA, and I trust him with my life. But when you go to an ER, it is for an emergent situation. You should at least see an MD one time while you are there to talk to them regarding your situation. I know I mentioned that before, but I had to say it again. I apologize for my tremors being worse this morning. I just woke up and took my medication along with a new one that my primary care prescribed. He is currently trying to wean me off 3 of the 4 medications that my neurologist had put me on, and at high doses, which we think may have triggered the episode on Saturday and made it even worse than it should have been. The new medication, until it kicks in, has made my symptoms worse when I awaken, until it gets into my system. Plus, this medication does have harsher side effects other than just drowsiness than the other meds, but it takes time for your body to get used to it. So we are trying this new med for a week to see if it will work. But another side effect is it really makes me extremely wobbly and unbalanced more than ever before. In the house, I generally don't have to use my cane, but I've had to rely on it now more than ever due to the weakness and severe unbalance. In the house, I can typically walk through and hold my balance on the counter, which is right here, as I'm walking by or trying to lift myself up off the stool, or when I'm in the hallway, it's even much easier because I can hold myself and balance along the wall, sort of like a guide for someone who is blind. Even though I can see it, I still need it for balance and sometimes strength. Okay. Since this has already been 30 minutes, I am going to change the camera position, turn it off as I do that, so it won't take as long to load into my YouTube channel. And I will show you the biggest mess you have ever seen in a home, because my mother works, whom I have to live with, and who I am so thankful for, and thankful for the fact that I gotta sit back down. Thankful for the fact that she is as strong as an ox, knock on wood, or knock on wood. I usually keep the house up, but due to my condition progressing so quickly, and me being limited on what I can and mostly can't do, she has been trying to do everything. Drive me to my doctor's appointments on her only day off, which take all day, it seems, because everything I do takes twice as long. But she has been trying to put up our Christmas decorations as well. And right now, it is a hot mess here. She would kill me if she knew I was filming this and letting all of the whole world see how we have been living due to this. We're trying to get by, is what I'm trying to tell you. Anyway, before I start bawling my eyes out again, I'm gonna turn off the camera, try to move the camera so that you can see what I have to go through to just feed my dogs and try to feed myself. I then try to check all of the support websites on Facebook, because I'm very active on there. I try to share as much information with people as possible. And I also have a YouTube channel that I don't always and probably won't be able to do either today due to the side effects of my meds being so bad. I'll probably feed the dogs, let them go potty, and then we will all crawl in bed, and I'll probably nap for a couple of hours. But stay tuned to watch my spoiled children and grandma started this stuff with them. I used to have a very easy time feeding them because it was just dry food, good dry food, high quality, and healthy treats. people foods were only given during holidays, and never were they given any treats. I hate saying that word. They're sleeping in the kitchen because I did not want them to beg. That was their life for a long time. And Grandma broke them. Anyway, stay tuned and we will start my day, and hopefully the meds will start kicking in. Fingers crossed. As I said, stay tuned.